Hey my lovelies, I hope we're all having a great day. So I'm filming on my Snapchat just to make this all a little bit more simpler. So I am still planning on going into the city on Friday, and I decided to get my health on because it's actually going to make my immune system a lot more healthier. It's going to make me more stronger, and also it will try to, possibly prevent me from having that virus that's currently from China. Now, there was a couple that arrived, I think, the other day that actually tested positive, and they did visit the city where I do plan on going on Friday, and I want to do the right thing, and just for that to cut me off, and I just want to be safe. So I'm going to ask Mum tomorrow if she can try and buy me a face mask just in case, and also some hand sanitizer just to be on the healthy side and the safe side. I do feel really bad for that couple and anyone that's going through this virus from China that I actually can't pronounce. My love and my thoughts go to their families, their loved ones, and everyone who has been affected. My love goes to them. Please stop sending hate to anyone with this virus. They're doing the best they can to contain it, and it's also very important not to be a pain in the butt. But I'm sorting myself out now, and also, this is a good way of trying to get ourselves healthy. If you have already crappy immune system and if you have a cold, please stay home. Don't be an idiot. Stay home, take the week off work, or two, and go for a day. I got a lot of crap when I was in high school when I would take a week or two off of school. This is the example why you need to stay home for about 10 to 14 days, because you're actually contagious for 10 days, and that is the truth. But the good thing is that I'm getting healthy. I really want to go into the city because of my birthday that was Monday, and I really need to get Pokemon cards sorted for the next 2 months. But anyway, I love you, and I will take a photo. Okay, there's actually a part of this Snapchat that actually cut off. So I've made about 6 shakes, including a shake that I'm going to be drinking straight after this. So it's right there, ready, prepared, ready to go for me to drink. And hopefully when I go into the city on Friday, my immune system is up, I'm all ready to go, and fingers crossed things will be great. Now, I'm rethinking about going in the afternoon. I'm actually thinking about going in the morning now, but I'm going to see how I go and see how I feel on Friday morning, and I may even ask Mum to drive me in, and then all I have to do is just catch the bus home. But anyway, I'm going to go. I love you all. Have a great night. And I'm going to go sort out some YouTube stuff. I love you all. And blah blah. I'm gonna summarize it with you guys. So I got my laptop ready so I can just go on review, just to reflect on this week. So Monday was the day when it was the Grammys, and here in Australia it would be the 27th. So Demi released a brand new song called Anyone, which is days before her overdose in 2018, which was a pretty rough day, I think, for all of us love addicts. And this song represents everything that, you know, not only how she felt, but I felt, and so many others who dealt with mental health and also with mental health disorders as well. And also on this day as well, we lost Kobe Bryant and her daughter, and many other people who died that day. It's hard to lose, you know, people who you're well recognized and people who you actually followed, and to him and his family, and especially to all the others that were involved, may them all rest in peace. So that day was sort of a kerfuffle day, and I released my January covers for that day. So let's continue on to the very next day. I was up to season 2 of Pretty Little Liars by that point. I also had my anxiety going nuts that day as well, and towards the Wednesday as well, I actually had someone try to take money out of my bank account, and I was panic stricken, and luckily my bank was onto it. So of course I was issued a brand new card, which I got the very next week, and was very, very incredibly rough 2 days. I was very happy and proud that my mum was there right next to me, because I really do have phone anxiety, which is a real sad fact, because I used to be really great at you know, phone calls, texts and that, and it has now crippled me more, but it's something I'm very willing to work on and grow from. And it doesn't help when you have so many scams these days that do not help. And my beautiful puss and Mitzi gave me lots of love and cuddles, and that's why I love having animals. So on the Thursday that week, I chilled, I played some video games. Let me just go on to here, basically detailing the last 28 hours, well 48 hours, which was horrible, which you guys have seen. I watched some Pretty Little Liars, played some games, stayed up and have coffee, and that's basically what I did there. So on to the Friday of that particular week, I started season 3 of Pretty Little Liars. I think I slept that day. I'm trying to remember. Yes, I did sleep that day. I did turn off my TV and my PlayStation just to have a bit of a break. I'm continuing in, and basically talked about stress in that day. Now we're going to Saturday. I'm trying to figure out what I was really doing that day. So I did play some games, watched more Pretty Little Liars, got disinterested, and then I just continue doing other things. So we go to that Saturday, which of course will be the 2nd day of February. So all of that day I reflected on my 24 years of being and surviving all of that I had been through. And then the next day was my birthday. Unfortunately, due to events that happened on the Saturday, I was very in a foul mood all day, and I was really cross, and it just wasn't a good day. But I wanted to, you know, continue I had some food, watched YouTube all day, and I'm officially 25. What do you know? Continuing on, I was arranging to go into a city, but with the current virus that's happening in around the world at the time I am recording this video, it broke out, and I was trying to determine if I was going to go or not. So I got my Herbalife on to get all of that healthiness back into my body in case if I were to go into the city. So we're up to Wednesday now. I chilled. Our amazing Shannon Derrily, I pronounced her name wrong, I apologize, who was in Charmed and on the Beverly Hills 90210 in the original and then the spin-off series. She confirmed that she's in stage 4 of her breast cancer, which is horrible. My love still goes to her, and I will just chuck up a photo on her and I will just write in her proper name. And again, I apologize for pronouncing her name wrong. I'm very, very terrible with pronunciations, but it's something I'm going to continue to work on. So again, I wasn't having a great day, so I just watched a ton of RuPaul, and because the very next day we had an inspection, we were cleaning like mad. You know, that day I cleaned my room, my back was really sore afterwards, and then comes Thursday when we had the inspection. It was good. Talking about a little bit of my throat anxiety, which is really, you know, the point. And then we go on to Friday. Now Friday I decided, you know, that I wasn't going to go into the city due to the coronavirus or whatever it's particularly called. So I don't know what it's called, but I will edit it into the video. And the Pussycat Dolls React came out. I basically, you know, just generally chat about, you know, my Pokemon card boxings that I've organised March and April's, which is excellent. I'm planning on doing another Kylie Cosmetics order because it's been nearly a few years since I last ordered, and then from now on I'm going to save up my DVDs for my TV series reviews and including my movie series reviews, which I'm very looking forward to. And at this point, my reflecting of January, my month talk of February, and my health vlog number 3 is extremely late. So in this video, I'd like to fully apologize. A lot has happened over these last 2 weeks, and I'm sorry. And my motivation just went down to the floor. But other than that, listen to really cool music, and it was cool. So comes to Saturday, which I was supposed to have my birthday celebration on. Things did not work out at all, and I was so angry to the point that I slept the whole 2 to 3 days because I was so angry. And when I deal with, you know, my suicidal thoughts, I just couldn't function. And that is the truth with, you know, with my disorder, because it's hard. And how I cope with it is how, you know, I sleep. That's how I cope. And then, you know, when I addressed it, because how I process, you know, all my thoughts, my feelings, that I acknowledge it in either verbal words or on social media, because it helps me to stop, to breathe, and to calm down. Now that day I also made my own dinner that night because I had to. Listen to a ton of music and just do a lot of self-aware. Now we're going into Sunday, so again I wasn't up to it. I just wasn't really into doing anything because of what's been happening over the past week and on my birthday week, which was horrible. And for the last 4 to 5 years, my birthday has actually been ruined because of things that has just happened. And I was furious. So basically I talked about how this has been my week, and tomorrow will be a brand new day, which is how I'm trying to pull my positivity back into my thoughts. I obviously had a Macca's. I took a photo of my 2 beautiful twin cats who are so beautiful. Then I wanted to edit that night, which didn't happen because my aunt slept over, and usually when she sleeps over she's in the lounge room, so I can't edit. So continuing on, I explained how my bad sleeping patterns are bad, which happens when things like this, go on for 2 weeks, panic attacks, feel very anxiety induced, and feeling so angry to a point I just don't want to do anything. And then I talk about my PTSD, my borderline personality disorder, and my generalized anxiety disorder, which is basically all the symptoms I've been going through since I was a kid. So I went on to explain all of the symptoms, which you can go check that out into my video, which is on the Sunday part, which you can go check it out. So all of the PTSD symptoms, borderline personality disorder, and then generalized anxiety disorder symptoms. And then I respond to my soon-to-be sister-in-law's post because I felt a bit uncertain with that post because of all the unleashing on that's currently going on YouTube. And hopefully once these videos have come out, this video has come out, this has been resolved because it's getting annoying. And when I was talking to my sister-in-law, I talked to her, asked, have they, the victims of Ernestine, have they been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder? And she said no, and we got in a bit of a kerfuffle, and I just went on this really good awareness post about, how, people misconstrue people who are living with mental illnesses and mental health disorders. And I went on detailed, how some of these words are very dangerous, very unsettling, and very hurtful to anyone who you say this to. As someone who has been on this recovery journey every day, maybe sit down and listen to someone's story who suffers from any of the illnesses and disorders, in trying to learn and understand what's going on more. And I will post that sort of bit of the information that I did post, which is about, we asked people with BPT what misconceptions they face with, and what this is, what they have been said to them. I'll put on as well for you guys. But this has been a hard week for me. I'm trying to learn and grow, which is all that I can do. And it's officially, for me now, it is a new week. I'm trying to change it positively. And yeah. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me just for this little reflection over the last 2 weeks. I know this is a bit of a long part of the whole video, and I apologize. I like to sit down sometimes to, kind of go through what I've been through, talk to myself, and that's why I do these videos, because it helps me with my process and with my recovery as well. And this week is a new week, regardless of what happened over the last of those 2 weeks. It's a brand new week. It's time to get our shit together and everything will be okay. my the music that has been played in this video, the music cards will be coming up after once this particular part of the video has ended. And also you see my end card where you can see my recent upload annotation and of my blogs playlist series, possibly on my fitness journey playlist. I don't know which one I'm going to put in, but I'm going to put on one of the two. You can also go down below where you can go check out all of my socials, all on my website, and including all of the YouTube series links I posted so far on my channel. Thank you so much and so kindly for continuing being on this journey with me. And other than that, let's continue into week 7.